Thank you. Can we have our seat, please? While I hand over to the president of our institute, 13th president of Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, Mr. Odoropo Dada, FCS.
Distinguished members, I would like to welcome you to the 30th Annual General Meeting of our great institute, the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. I would like to recognize the 7th President of the Institute, Alhaji Areya Olusekun, the 11th President of the Institute, Mr. Olatunde Amolegbe FCS, Madam Vice President Fiona Ahime, Dr. Vice President, Dr. Akim Oyewale, the registrars, council members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I would like to call this meeting to order. And I want to call on Alhaji Olusekun, the 7th President, to give us an opening prayer.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We thank God for bringing us together again. Thank Him for His favors, His grace, His blessings on our institute and on all our members. We pray for His guidance throughout this meeting to enable us make resolutions that will be in the best interest of the institute and of the capital market and of the Nigerian economy as a whole. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Rahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amen.
Thank you, the 7th President of the Institute, for the prayer. We are now on item number 3 of the agenda. May I call upon the registrar to read notice of this meeting. Registrar, please.
Good morning, everyone. You are welcome to this very important annual general meeting. I would like to take us through the notice of the 30th Annual General Meeting of Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. Notice is hereby given that the 30th Annual General Meeting of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers we hold as follows. Date, Thursday, April 24, 2025, time 11 a.m. Venue, the Event Center, 20th floor of the Nigerian Exchange Group House, 24 Custom Street, Lagos, to transact the following businesses. On the agenda, first, to adopt the minutes of the 29th Annual General Meeting held on Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. 2, to receive the annual report of Council, the financial statements, and auditor's report for the year 2024. 3, to appoint the firm of Shola Itayo & Co., Chartered Accountants, as external auditors and authorize the Council to fix their remuneration. 4, to adopt amendment to the rules for election to the Governing Council of CIS. And 5, finally, to receive the results of 2025 election to Council, dated Thursday, 27th of March, 2025, by order of Council, signed by Ayua Rinde Adenipekun, FCS, Registrar Chief Executive. Thank you
all. Thank you, registrars. Before I go further, it is my pleasure to recognize council's members that are here. Alhaji Kurufi, I would like to recognize you, sir. Thank you for attending this AGM. Yes, Dr. Hakaye, all the way from Abuja. You are welcome, sir. Thank you for attending the AGM. Mr. Abiodun Adeniran, we are welcome. Mr. Demola Babarinde. I wanted to say Dr. Demola Babarinde. Dr. Babarinde, you are welcome, sir. I know he's not a native doctor. Thank you, sir. Mr. Akingbade, Dr. Akingbade, you are highly welcome, sir. Mr. Raphael, I know. And the ranking council member, Dr. MBA Momo. You are highly, highly welcome. And I would like to also recognize our doyen, who happened to be our external auditor, Mr. Shola Oyetayo, FCS. You are welcome, sir. No, for the purpose of this gathering, you are FCS. Thank you, sir. We are now on item number 4, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. That is adoption of the minutes of the 29th AGM. I would like to take the minutes as read, except if anyone has objection against that. I want to take this minute as read. It was shared like 3 days ago, and I want to believe that we have read it. So it's been taken as read, except if there are objections. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I take this meeting as read. Is there any observations? That we make or corrections in the minutes of the 29th annual general meeting, ladies and gentlemen? Is there any corrections, observation, additions, subtraction that we need to make? Thank you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. In the absence of any corrections, may I ask someone to move a motion to adopt the minutes of 29th AGM? Thank you, Dr. Akaje. You mentioned your name, your designations, and your numbers. Thank you. Seconded. All right, sir.
I, John Isesele, FCS 1322, wish to second that motion.
Thank you, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to move to the item number 5 in the agenda. That is the President's statement. I am delighted to welcome you to the 30th annual general meeting of our great institute, the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, CIS, and to present to you today the report of our stewardship for the year ended 31st of December 2024. Let me congratulate you all on the signing of Investment and Security B into law. Your institute, the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, extend its heartfelt appreciation to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for signing the Investment and Security Act 2025 into law. This milestone legislation is a critical step towards strengthening Nigeria's capital market and positioning it as a globally competitive and investor-friendly environment. The Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers commend the Security and Exchange Commission and its leadership for sponsoring the bill and actively contributing to the consultative and legislative process, ensuring that the voices of market operators, investors, and financial experts were well represented. This act, ISA 2025, is a testament to our collective dedication to advancing the capital market and securing its future as a catalyst for economic prosperity. As we embrace the new era of capital market transformations, I urge all stakeholders, regulators, market operators, investors, and policymakers to continue working collaboratively to ensure similar implementations of the provision of the Act. The Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers remain committed to providing the necessary professional expertise, advocacy, and capacity building initiative required to maximize the benefits of this law for market participants. Distinguished members, I want to move to microeconomic performance in 2024. The growth of the Nigerian economy in 2024 was positive, but it was at a slower pace because of the severe economic headwinds witnessed during the year. The domestic economy recorded a growth of 3.4% in 2024. Specifically, the oil sector grew by 5.5%, while the non-oil sector grew by 3.3% in the same period. This recorded growth was largely driven by the performance of the financial, insurance, information, communications, crop production, trade, transportation, storage, and real estate subsectors. Within this service sector, financial and insurance subsector contributed the most to the GDP growth in 2024, with a growth of 29.6%. Its performance was spurred by the gains from the recapitalization exercise announced by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Inflation remained broadly distributed across the components of the Consumer Price Index basket during the year under review, which was moderated by the end of 2024, declining to 34.8%. Furthermore, the official exchange rate between the Naira and the United States dollar ended in 2024 at 1,535 Naira per dollar, a 40.9% depreciation over the year when compared to the official rate at the close of 2023, which stood at 907.11 Naira per a dollar. Nigeria capital market performance. Despite the harsh economic realities faced during the year, it is noteworthy that the Nigeria capital market performed exceedingly well. The equity market closed the year with an annual growth of 37.6%. The NGX All-Share Index opened the year at 74,773.77 basic points and closed at an historic high of 102,926.4 basic points. The rally in the Nigeria equity market also boosted interest in equity-based funds. The NASD OTC security exchanges saw remarkable growth of 224% in 2024. This evident growth of key performance indicator was driven by interest in large cap stocks, a substantial increase in trading activities, with the number of trades executed on the market rising by 127.1% year on year. The values of trades increased significantly by 176.71% in the review period. Additionally, the investor appetite for money market funds surged in the year because of the attractive rates on money market instruments. These funds led the market with an impressive 57.03 returns, outperforming other categories such as ethical, exchange-traded funds, and balanced funds. Also, the depreciation of the Naira significantly boosted the performance of the stock market, resulting in steady increase in foreign capital inflow. There were high-profile listings which energized trading activities in the year, providing investors with a broader range of blue-chip stocks, propelling market capitalization to 62.76 trillion as of December 2024. The 24-month window period open for the banking sector recapitalizations equally supported the robust growth in the service sector, particularly the finance and insurance subsector. In all, this growth was driven by growing investors' confidence, education, and capacity building. The Institute has continued to pursue strategic collaboration with tertiary institutions in order to boost the interests of younger ones in securities and investment profession. The ongoing collaboration agreements with some of the tertiary institutions in Nigeria to run the degree postgraduate linkage program will go a long way in promoting the onboarding of BSc, MBA, MSc, and PhD degree programs in securities and investment studies. In furtherance to our Catch Them Young campaign, the Institute intensifies efforts to penetrate more campuses of higher institutions of learning to create more awareness about securities and investment profession among students of tertiary institutions. A workable document is being developed to sustain the standard of the Institute Professional Diploma Examinations, which has continued to attract lots of youth and non-finance professionals across the country. The diploma in securities and investment is a stepping stone towards the main professional examinations. All examinations conducted in the year were very successful and incident-free. The Institute produced 245 graduates, that is, 235 professional and 10 diploma. The Institute Professional and Diploma Examination have become internationalized, whereby all candidates can now sit and write the examination in any part of the world at the comfort of their abode. CIS Academy. The activities of CIS Academy have continued to receive wide acceptance within the capital market community. as evidenced by the number of participants recorded at our training programs. Some of the trainings were conducted with the collaboration of other highly sought-after learning institutions. The 13 impressive training organized during the year were attended by a total of 937 participants. The Academy will ensure that affordable world-class training are regularly brought to our members in emerging areas like digital assets, derivatives, etc. The relationship between Chartered Institute for Security and Investment, CC UK, and CIS Academy was strengthened during the year. 13 stockbrokers applied through CIS Academy and became members of CC UK without writing any examinations. This brought the total number of CIS members who hold CC UK membership to 324. ACSI 263, MCSI 58, Chartered MCSI 2, and Affiliates 1. So the Academy has continued to run the earlier launched 6 certification courses tailored toward the specific needs of capital market operator, industry experts, and business executives. The ongoing certification courses are digital risk, cybersecurity, enterprise management, etc. Memorandum of Understanding. During the year, the Institute successfully signed MOU with University of Maiduguri Business Schools and renewed the MOU with the Lagos Commodity and Future Exchanges for collaboration and strategic partnership. The Institute is also close to signing MOU with 5 thriving institutions, our membership. As CIS, we treat membership matter with utmost priority as a testimony to the growing public confidence and followership of the Institute. 18 new members were invested and 213 associates were inducted during the year. The list of newly invested fellows included prominent high-profile personality within the capital market ecosystem, including Dr. Emomotimi Agama, FCA, Director General, Security and Asian Commission, Senator Felix Bajoma, FCS, and Dr. General, former ICAM President, and Professor Uche Uwaleke, FCA, the first Professor of Capital Market Studies in Nigeria and Director of Nasarawa State University Business Schools. Live membership. As a testimony to the growing profile of the Institute, the number of members who subscribed for live membership grew to 102 from 66 in 2023. Change in the leadership of the Institute. You will recall that there was a change in the leadership of the Institute during the year under review. Ushering in the 13th President and Chairman of Council, first Vice President, second Vice President. The investiture of the 13th President and Chairman of Council, Mr. Oluroku S. Dada, FCS, took place at Mission Center in Lagos on 29 June 2024. The first and second Vice President were also sworn in at this impressive ceremony. This event attracted participation of several eminent personalities, including His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ekiti State, Mr. Abiodun Oyebanji, the Chairman of Nigeria Exchange Group, Alhaji Dr. Umaru Kuranga, Chief Wole Olanipekun, SCN, and all the past presidents of Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. Also, during the year, the Institute appointed a new registrar CEO, Ayorinde Adeonipekun, after the successful completion of Dr. Josiah Akerewusi tenure. We wish the new registrar CEO a successful tenure while wishing the outgoing registrar CEO well in his future endeavors. Advocacy. During the year, the Institute continued its focus on aggressive advocacy effort, which included the push towards securing the passage into law of the Chartered Institute of Security and Investments of Nigeria, CCINB. I want to report that the final actualization of this dream is very close. Improve operational environment that will enable stockbrokers to earn greater income, and working in partnership with the Association of Security Dealing Houses of Nigeria and attracting greater government attentions to the development and utilization of capital markets in Nigeria. Working with NGS on the review of capital flows for listed company. Launching of the Institute e-Library, contributing to the new Investment and Security Act at the public hearing organized by the Senate on capital markets, and contributing to the Nigeria Gold Reserve Establishment Bill. Distinguished members, I'm glad to inform you that the Institute advocacy effort is yielding positive results. One of the results is the support received from the Office of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, on the Institute proposal that the BP privatizing public enterprise activities should be undertaken through the capital market for a more transparent exercise. We will continue our advocacy drive with various government agencies across the country to make them better aware of the image, skills, and qualities of startup broker, making them understand why stockbrokers should be consulted and engage in key investments and policy-making decisions. Courtesy visit. Distinguished member, as part of our Institute advocacy effort, courtesy visits were made to prominent individuals, group, organization, and agency during the year. Namely, His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, and Director General Security and Exchange Commission, Dr. Momotimi Agama, the Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Olayemi Cardoso, Executive Chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service, Dr. Sakios Adedeji, Director General Debt Management Office, Ms. Patient Oliha, and many others. 28th Annual Stockbroker Conference. I would like to report that the Institute holds its annual conference every year. The 28th Annual Stockbroker Conference was held in Ibadan, Oyo State from the 7th to 8th of November 2024 with the theme Capital Markets Catalyst for the $1 trillion economy. The event has several important dignitaries in attendance, including His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Kashim Shettima, represented by Dr. Tokwe Fashua, Special Advisor to the President on Economic Matters, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Capital Markets, the Chairman, House Committee on Capital Market, and others. At the conference, the participants were taken on factory visits to 4 different companies in Ibadan, namely Nigerian Breweries, ITA, FTM Cocoa, Pastry Industry, and others. The Institute also organized career fair for students and was well attended by 7 tertiary and secondary institutions. 6-year strategic plan. Distinguished members, ladies and gentlemen, while thanking God for the feats recorded so far, I'm happy to inform you that the Institute has put in place a 6-year strategic plan to consolidate our past achievement as well as to reach further forward for greater accomplishments. We will continue to work hard toward getting security and investment profession register firmly in the hearts of young Nigeria as their career of choice, and CIS as the model for other professional bodies to follow. Distinguished member, I would like to report that our financial line is still very fragile, as less than 40% of our members pay the annual due. As you all know, the Institute has no established source of grants, so I wish to make it a clear call for more members to pay the annual dues as and when due. CIS offer very strong brand strengthening values for our sponsors and financial through a special rule of honor usually play conspicuously at the Institute reception hall. Distinguished member, I urge you all to wage war against Ponzi schemes. Any financial product that is unregistered by the regulator is a Ponzi scheme. Let us obey the law of the land. To conclude my address, permit me to appreciate the following entity for their financial support. NGS PSC, ably led by Dr. Umaru Kwaranga, FCS, Mr. Temi Pokuola, FCS, and Mr. Jude Chemeka, FCS, our council member. Thank you. Mr. Jude Chemeka, you are welcome to this meeting, sir. I will also recognize Federal Inland Revenue Service, Zenith Bank, PSC, Stanbic IBTC, Fidelity Bank, PSC, Security and Exchange Commissions, and others. Finally, I would like to thank members of the Governing Council, our past president, boards of fellows, other principal officers, staff members of the Institute, and various working committees who have indeed made huge sacrifices and dedicated their time to this worthy cause. I would like to reaffirm the commitment of this Governing Council and office holders towards the development of the securities and investment profession in Nigeria. Thank you all, and God bless you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to recognize two of our council members who are attending this meeting online, Mrs. Nkoli Edoka and Mrs. Elile Olutimei. You are welcome, madams. Thank you. Distinguished members, and that is the President's statement. I want to call for a motion to adopt this President's statement. Thank you. Thank you, my council member. You stand up, mention your name, your designations.
I'm Dr. Peter Banjo Akingbade, ACS. I move the motion for the adoption of the speech of the President of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers.
Thank you. Seconded by, is anybody online to second it?
Please second.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. I, Nkoli Edoka, FCS 928, second the motion to adopt the President's speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Akingbade and Madam Nkoli Edoka. The speech is now open for comments. Do I have comments on this speech, ladies and gentlemen? Do I have comments on this speech? If there is no comment, I believe that you accept all the truths and maybe the lies, right? All truths. Thank you, distinguished member. We move forward. Now on item number 6. Annual report and financial statement. I would like to call upon the auditor, external auditor, Shola Oyetayo and co-chartered accountant, to present their report. Thank you.
The chairman, the president, and the chairman of the council, distinguished members of Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, may I seek indulgence of the president and the chairman to let us just read the opinion and basis of opinion and our concluding remarks. Mr. Chairman, sir. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Reports of the independent auditors to the members of Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. Report on the audit of the financial statements. Opinion. In our opinion, the financial statements gives a true and fair view of the financial position of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers as of 31st December 2024, and of its financial performance and its cash flows for the year ended in accordance with IFRS accounting standards and the requirements of the Companies and Allied Act 2020 and the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Act 2011 as amended. That we have audited the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers financial statement comprised statement of income and expenditure and other comprehensive income for the year ended 31st December 2024, statement of financial position as at 31st December 2024, statement of changes in members' funds for the year ended 31st December 2024, statement of cash flows for the year ended 31st December 2024, and notes to the financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2024. We conducted our audit in accordance with international standards of auditing, ISAs. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of the consolidated and separate financial statements section of our report. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Report on other companies. Compliance with the requirements of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 require that in carrying out our audit, we consider and report on the following matters. We confirm that we have obtained all the information and explanations which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of our audit. In our opinion, proper books of accounts have been kept by the Institute so far as appears from our examination of those books. The statement of financial position, statement of income and expenditure, and other comprehensive income agree with the books of account, signed on 30th March 2025 by a firm of Cello Retire & Co. Thank you, sir.
Distinguished member, I need a resolution to adopt the reports of the auditor for comments. Dr. MBA Momo, can you please stand up? Your name, your designation, please. Ranking council member not allowed.
My name is Mohammed Ali Momo, FCS 711. I hereby move to adopt the report of the auditors. Thank you.
Thank you. Seconded.
Good morning, Mr. President. My name is Franklin Akinola. I hereby second the motion. FCS 997.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Akinola and Dr. MBA Momo. Yeah, the reports and the accounts are now open for discussion. Ladies and gentlemen. Are we saying that there is no comment on this report and account? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Madam Vice President, what did you do to the people?
Everything is perfect.
Our doyen in data, I recognize you. And Prof, I recognize you too. And the IPP. Oh, okay. My council member, Mrs. Temitope Adeosun, FCS, you are welcome. Well, in the absence of any comment on this financial report, I want to believe that you are saying that we have done well. So on this note, I call for a motion that is to approve this report and financial statement. Ladies and gentlemen. Somebody to move a motion to approve the report and the entire financial statement.
Mr. President, sir.
Thank you.
My name is Andy Tsaku, Capital Care, FCS 799. I hereby move the motion for the adoption and approval of the financial statements as presented by the auditors. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Seconded by the doyen in data.
I hereby second the motion to adopt that all that is in this book is correct and well made. All is correct. Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay.
FCS 752.
Thank you, the doyen. We are now on item number 7 of the agenda, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Item number 7, I call for a motion to approve the reappointment for our external auditors, Shola Oyetayo and Co., chartered accountant of the Institute for 2025. Thank you, Mr. Babarinde.
My name is Sunday Ademola Babarinde, FCS 206. I hereby move for the appointment of the firm of Shola Oyetayo and Co. as external auditors to the Institute for the year 2025. Thank you. I so move.
Thank you. You have to read this. You have to read this. I'll call you. Thank you, distinguished members. Thank you for second, Dr. MBA Momo.
Yeah, I so second, as moved by Babarinde. Thank you.
So I have 2 ranking council members moving the. I have 2 ranking council members moving the motions and adopting and supporting. Hope there is nothing there. Hope there is no conspiracy. Thank you, sir. Distinguished member, we have item number 8. We have an ordinary resolutions of member to make today. Before I do that, I would like to call upon Madam Vice President Fiona Hime to give you all the summaries of the resolutions. The summary.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the city gentlemen. So this is a confirmation/adoption of the approved amendment to the rule for election to the Governing Council of the Institute. This was approved by the Governing Council on Thursday, 27th of March. And we are here for this to be ratified. The Governing Council of the Institute is pleased to present the attached amendment to the rules for election into the Governing Council of CIS for confirmation and or adoption by members at the 30th AGM, pursuant to Section 15 of the CIS Act Cap C9 Law of the Federation of Nigeria 2004. The Governing Council had approved the attached amendment to the rules for the election to council following the undermentioned observations and recommended amendments suggested by the nominating committee of the council. The observation and approved recommendations are as follows. Number 1, that the policy of payment of annual subscription and dues be payable on or before 31st January every year is seen as too early in the year and capable of disenfranchising a potential nominee for election to council with good ideas by not being able to meet up with the January 31st every year deadline of payment of annual subscription. This will have the consequence of rendering the process of election to council unpopular and undemocratic, as there might not be sufficient number of nominees as candidates for election to council among members of the institute. Similarly, the committee observed that most nominees and their seconder or supporters paid their annual subscription in the month of February of the election year, especially this 2025 election year, probably to meet up with the deadline date for submission of nomination form for the election. A, following these observations, the nominating committee recommend recommended, and council approved as follows: that the current policy that deadline for payment for annual subscription of nominee for election to council, his or her sponsor, seconder, and 2 supporters, including annual subscription for the election year, should be 31st of January every year for nominees for election to council, is hereby amended as below. That the deadline for payment of annual subscription of a nominee for election to council, his or her sponsor, seconder, and 2 supporters, including annual subscription for the election year, shall henceforth be made payable on or before 28th of or 29th of February of the election year. That the deadline, 31st March of every year, for payment of annual subscription by other members of the Institute is hereby retained. That nomination for election to council should commence on the first working day in January in the year of the AGM. Number 2, recognizing the fact that a member of council is a potential president and chairman of the governing council of CIS, the committee recommended and approved that nominating committee should be empowered to take steps to know a nominee beyond being a member of the Institute and committee of council. Number 1, consequently, the committee recommended and council approved as follows: to assist nominating committee in its tasks, the committee will have the power to request candidates for election as a member of council of CIS to attend eligible interview in the mode of either virtual or physical interview. The nominating committee should request from the chairman of any committee to which a nominee is a member a letter of confirmation of attendance and participation at committee meetings. Such letter is to be forwarded online directly to the Registrar Chief Executive of CIS. C. Similarly, the nominating committee recommended and council approved that a letter of confirmation of attendance and participation at committee meetings should be requested from the chairman of any committee to which a nominee is a member, and such letter to be forwarded online to the Registrar Chief Executive directly, so that the authenticity and the integrity of the letter will not be compromised. D. To be eligible for election, the nominating committee must have requested for and received confidential reports or clearance letter on a nominee for election to council who is an associate member of the Institute from all the Securities and Exchange Commission and any other regulatory authority. So let me just take that again. So that's number D. To be eligible for election, the nominating committee must have requested for and received confidential report or clearance letter on a nominee for election to council who is an associate member of the Institute from the Securities and Exchange Commission and any regulatory authority in the Nigerian capital market, such as the NJX, the NASD, FMDQ, IFEX, LCEFE, Abuja Commodities Exchange, and other self-regulatory organizations. So the prayer, should I go ahead?
No, let me, hold on, please. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Vice President. Let me just give the summaries of this request. Number 1, we are asking for 4 items here. That the annual payment day be shifted from January 31st to February ending. That is for those that are contesting for elections. Instead of January 31st, we are recommending that it has to be shifted to February 28th every year. Number 2, due to enhanced visibility, it will appear that many people are now interested in joining the council as members. And as already read by Madam Vice President, a council member is a potential president. So there's now need for nominating committee to conduct virtual physical interview with anybody seeking to become a member of the council of the institute. The meeting can be virtual, it can also be physical. The reason is that it is very necessary that we know who is coming to be your president. Number 3, attending committee meeting is not enough. The chairman of the committee must affirm, must send a report on you that you are a member of his committee and you have been serving faithfully the committee members. So if you are a member of the committee and you have longer hair with your chairman, you're on your own. The other one is for ACS people, we need a clearance from the regulators and other security exchanges. This request does not extend to FCS because for you to become a fellow of the institute, you will have been cleared by SEC and other security exchanges. So if you are a fellow, you do not require any other clearance. But if you are an associate, we are saying that SEC and other platforms, securities platform, must send a clearance letter to confirm your eligibility for that office. That is the summary of this request. Ladies and gentlemen, do I have comment, please? Any comment? It will appear there is no comment. I don't know why there is no comment. Okay, thank you, everybody. I think it means that we all agree that it's very important that we know who will become our future president. Thank you, everyone. Can you read your prayer, madam?
So the prayer is for... Thank you. So the prayer is for the members of the Institute to kindly adopt the recommendation of Council and the Nominating Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. At least for this request to become a law, our own rule, it has to be adopted at this AGM. May I call upon someone to please move a motion to adopt this resolution, please? Thank you, Prof.
Mr. President and Chairman of Council, I am David Adonri, ACS 479. Be it resolved, and it is hereby resolved, that the tabled motion be adopted. So moved, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Adonri, seconded by...
Mr. President, my name is Solomon Kugwe, FCS 834. I'm here by supporting the adoption of the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. It will appear that we are very efficient with our time. We are now on item number 9 on the agenda for this AGM, elections of council member. You will recall that we have just concluded our elections. 7 people contested for 4 vacancies. And I want to let you know that the election has been adjudged very credible, very fair. and the one anybody can be proud of. I would like to call on the Registrar CEO to please give the reports. I am delegating my role as the chairman of the nominating committee to the Registrar CEO to present the reports of the nominating committee on these elections. Thank you. Okay, before I do that, I would like to recognize my distinguished council member, Dr. Ayebo, online. Thank you, Dr. Ayebo.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody, distinguished members. So I would first like to thank the President and Chairman of the Council for giving me this privilege to present this report of 2025 election to Council. This is the moment we've been waiting for, declaration of results at the 30th Annual General Meeting of members by the Nominating Committee. Nomination for vacancy on Council. There were 4 candidates to be filled by election to Council. A total of 7 nominations for election into the Council were received by the Secretariat within the allotted time frame and were presented to Nominating Committee for scrutiny and consideration. Guidelines for Council election. The 7 nominations, their sponsors, seconders, and supporters were carefully scrutinized by the committee in line with the notice and rules for election to Council, which had earlier been sent to all members of the Institute, as well as the summarized data presented to the committee by the Secretariat. Results. At the end of the exercise, the 7 nominees were cleared by the Nominating Committee and the clearance ratified by order of Council to make the process of the election popular and democratic. The 7 nominees cleared by the committee were 1, Mr. Adeyemi Raphael Aina, FCS 057. 2, Mr. Akinola Omoniyi Franklin, FCS 997. 3, Mr. Aremu Oluwasegun Babatunde, ACS 2057. 4, Mr. Ayoade Olutoyin Adetunji, FCS 1100. 5, Dr. Ebu Ayodeji, FCS 1364. 6, Mrs. Kabiru Ojone, ACS 2341. And 7, Mrs. Olutimayin Elile Ayo, FCS 1612. Contested election. Pursuant to Rule 12.1 of the Rules for Election to Council, which provide that in the event that there are more candidates than the number of vacancies, there will be a contested election. The 7 candidates, validly cleared by the committee, were presented to financial members for election to Council. Method of election. The contested election was conducted by electronic voting of the Institute members who are in good financial standing with the Institute. So, in terms of declaration of the results, though we gave a breakdown of people eligible voters, we have FCS 288, ACS 581, totally 869. Now, in terms of the results that we have, the election was currently contested among the 7 candidates. The result of the election is as follows. Let me also re-echo from the President whether I have his permission to go ahead to announce. I think he has signaled to me that I can go ahead. So the 7 nominees cleared by the committee and votes recorded are as follows. Mr. Akinola Omoniyi Franklin scored a total of 49 votes. Mr. Adeyemi Raphael Aina had a total of 64 votes. Mr. Aremu Oluwasegun Babatunde had 100 votes. Mrs. Kabiru Ojone has 115 votes. Mr. Ayoade Adetunji Olutoyin had 126 votes. Dr. Ebo Ayodeji has 192 votes. And Mrs. Olutimayin Elile Ayo had 204 votes. By virtue of the power conferred on me as the chairman, I'm talking in terms of the President in Council, Mr. Oloropo Dada, according to Rule 201, 20.1 of the Rules for Election, hereby declare, I, Oloropo Dada, hereby declare the successful candidate as elected to fill the 4 vacant positions on the Governing Council of the Institute. The successful candidates are Mrs. Olutumayin Elile Ayo, FCS, re-elected. Dr. Ebu Ayodeji, FCS, re-elected. Mr. Ayoade Adetunji Olutoyin, FCS, newly elected. And finally, Mrs. Kabiru Ojone, ACS, newly elected. Dated 23rd day of April 2025, Oloropo S. Dada, FCS, Chairman Nominating Committee. Thank you all.
Thank you, Registrar, distinguished member. That is the results of the election as read by the representative of the INEC chairman. I want to comment on this election, please, before I call for resolutions. Ladies and gentlemen, okay. I like to welcome Dr. Umaru Kwaranga, our group chairman, to this meeting. Thank you, sir. You have been recognized absentia. Yeah, I would still like somebody to comment on the credibility of this election, please. If there is no comment, then I can still cancel the... I can still disqualify people based on the... Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah.
My name is Ibrahim Aliu, ACS 2061. I stand to comment on the election. I think as professionals, we have shown the way forward by adopting the electronic voting, and it has been successful. And it has made the election to be credible, fair, and has all high sense of integrity. And with this, in our next conference, you can recommend to the INEC that they can adopt electronic voting in the nation at large. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. There is no way that the group chairman of NGS will not say anything before I close this meeting.
I believe it's afternoon already. Good afternoon, Mr. President, the first vice, second vice registrar, and our past presidents that are here, Mr. Hario, Tunde, and of course our SEC representative in the capital market, Alaji Kasimu Kurifi, and all my other colleagues that are here. Let me first of all apologize for coming late. I went for some other occasions which is related to the capital markets. But this is my constituency, and I say that I took excuse there, I was come and join. Let me first of all congratulate Mr. President and the Council for the achievement of last year. I believe other people may have spoken in respect of the result, which is impressive, but I believe we have a lot to do to this our institute. First of all, let me commend the introduction of this our district offices, especially that of Abuja. That advocacy that we use for that office will go a long way. And we have seen what so far the principal officers have done in terms of some of the visitations to the people at the top in that level. We have never had this so good like the current CIS leadership. And we believe it's a commendation that will go to the Mr. President in particular and other council members, including my humble self. Secondly, let me challenge us all here that I've noticed 3 things that we need to do in that CIS. First of all, we must pursue and make sure that we have gotten our bill, CIS bill, being passed this year. And whatever we can, I think it's a challenge to all of us that one must be achieved. And I believe it's achievable. Secondly, when I look at we do respect to some of my colleagues that I look at the age of some of us that have been at the helm of affairs in the last over 20, 30 years. I think we have to change the narrative in CIS. We have to look for a way that we can appeal to the younger generations. There's this savvy youths, graduates, that we believe can be able to come and join our CIS. I think we don't have an option that we to do that. Soon some of us will likely retire. And whenever I look back, I look front, I will see the same faces that I've been seeing in the last 20, 30 years. I said, this is not sustainable. We have to do something for this, our institute. We have demonstrated that at the NGX when we brought some new systems, new technologies, new initiatives. And we have seen during the last year's banking recapitalization how we got youths that have participated, moving our retail investors from less than 100,000 with a population of over 200 million. To, I believe, by the time we count back now, we'll be thinking of nothing less than 300 to 500,000. We are still far, far, far behind, but our target is 2 million. And we believe the only way is by bringing technology into the system. And I think it's a challenge to us too, at the CIA, to make sure that let's devise some strategy that we can be able to attract the younger generations so that they can come and join this our institute. I believe that will go a long way. Before I conclude, let me appreciate the president and principal officers for finding me worthy to invite me to the council to come and join. I'm not taking that for granted. This is my constituency. Wherever I have gone to, I'm always proud to be a CIS member. And you can count on me anytime, any day. Once more, congratulations. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Let me quickly respond to what you said on CCB. Let me reconfirm that we will perform. Yes, before the tenure, the end of this presidency, will get that bill passed into law by the grace of God. On what we are doing on technology, admitting younger generation, second vice president, can you speak to that briefly? 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and thanks so much as well, chairman of the NGX. Yes, we're actually doing a lot. During the president's speech, he mentioned the fact that we have just approved a new six-year roadmap, for the development of the CIS. And one of the key reasons for that is that we want to change the dynamics in terms of the age bracket. We want to encourage a lot of youth to participate. And we're also having a lot of MOUs being signed with universities and trying to attract the youth to actually believe in stockbroking. So we believe as we get a lot more traction on that, we're going to see a change in the demographics of stockbrokers in the near future. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chairman. I know the president and the group chairman of NGS. Thank you very much. They say he that is not there when somebody is buried, if you ask him to assume, he go to assume it on the wrong side. I think what he has said, CIS has started it. Because the number of people who are inducting or that came to do the ATS on the floor, they are all young men, very young. So I congratulate them, and maybe they that are doing it, maybe they don't know what they are doing, but who that are seeing them will know the distance. And he that is dancing doesn't know that he's dancing well. We the onlooker that will say they are dancing well. CIS, you are dancing well. Carry go. Thank you.
adopt the report of the nominating committee. It's quite very important. Can somebody just move a motion to adopt the report, please? The report of the nominating committee. Thank you, sir.
My name is Emmanuel Oku, FCS 1004. I move that the report of the nominating committee be adopted. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Seconded by, okay, my CEO.
The President, Chairman of Council. My name is Jude Chemeka, FCS 666. I second the motion of the nominating committee's report.
Thank you. 666. Okay, thank you, everybody. Let me appreciate members of our own INEC nominating committee. I have 3 past presidents as member. The 10th president, Mr. Dekoje, 11 president, Mr. Malegbe, and 12 president, Mr. Adeosun. They are all prominent members of the committee. I also recognize the first vice president, second vice president, Mr. Jude Chemeka, representing the council, and Mr. Raphael Aino, the council. Mr. Raphael Aino, being a contestant, was not allowed to participate in this process. So I would like to appreciate you all and thank you for a very good work. Like somebody said, that the only result of good work is more work. So I want to believe that the Institute will continue to show good examples to other certification institutions in terms of electing our representative. I can tell you for sure that these have been a very credible elections, and that is why nobody is complaining. I would like those people who did not win now, I would like you to know that we appreciate you. You are worthy candidate. By this time next year, we'll be reading another result. So you are free to apply again. I know that when you don't win, if you are still in the game, you can win. So thank you for being a participant. We love you all, and God bless you. For our distinguished members that are coming to the council now, I would like you to stand up for recognition. Mr. Elile Olutimei, online. Mrs. I'm sorry. And Dr. Ayode Jebo. Mr. Toyin Ayoade. And Mrs. Ojona Kabiru. Can you please come forward? On behalf of the council, I would like to congratulate you on the success of these elections. As already said by Madam Vice President, you are a potential president chairman of council of these institutions. And we believe that you won the elections, and that is why we call you out. Congratulations. I will invite you today. That is, if you shake me like 3 days ago, you have been disqualified. So, madam, can you? That's fine. Thank you. I want to say that I'm inviting you to the council meeting immediately after this meeting, where you are going to be decorated as member of our council members of the institute. Can you please face the audience? Okay. I can see Abuja first. Can you please shake hands with my past president and members on this item?
Gender issue that I
Please, from this place.
Mr. President, are you giving this to the first vice for bringing all these ladies? Elile, Hadia. Is that credit goes to Fiona?
It was a market credit.
Okay, please. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, everyone, for your cooperation. And again, I will call that only I would like to say that maybe next time all of us perform our civic responsibility. That is why we can elect very good people to the institute. What we have done is very commendable. I know some certification institutes that have been assistant before us that have not been able to achieve this feat. So it has been smooth, fair, free, and credible. Thank you, everyone. I now move to item number 10. In the absence of any other comment, I want to adjourn this 30th AGM, and I would like to call on someone to move a motion to adjourn the 30th AGM. Thank you, everybody.
The chairman NGS and fellow members. My name is Ogunmuyiwa Sunday Adeni, Associate AC 2464. I hereby move motion for the adjournment of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Seconded by, I have my council member here.
Hi, Temitope Adeosun, FCS 10858. Second the motion to adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. We've adjourned this meeting, and I want the CEO of NGS to give us the closing prayer.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for today's AGM. We thank you for our President and Chairman of Council, as well as all the principal officers and the council members. We thank you for the Institute. We thank you because we are working harmoniously and we are making a huge contribution to the Nigerian economy. We pray and ask that this will continue and the Institute will move further, more strengthened, more relevant, and more recognized in our national development. All this we ask in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Congratulations